everyone, this is Brittany Carter with Carter Therapy, and I wanted to talk to you all about how to manage expectations while working from home while you're also parenting or trying to teach your child. I know that a lot of us are dealing with this right now, especially since here in my state they have announced that the kids will not go back to school. And working from home is one thing. I've worked from home for quite a few years now, but working from home with children at home, I really had to manage my expectations of just how life is going to be. And I thought that I would do a blog post that has eased the transition for me and would be helpful and give you guys actionable things that you can do to help you out. So the first thing I have is I want you to set your expectations based on your current situation, not on what was previously held. So maybe before, with the kids at daycare or the kids at school, you had a clean and tidy home. You kind of have to understand that you could use your whole day cleaning and wouldn't be able to get anything else done. Even if you have older kids, it's just constant tidying up. Maybe look at that expectation of what you consider tidy and what is acceptable to you in terms of what your home looks like, and then modify that expectation. Also, expectations on your work performance. Maybe before you left your home and you were able to leave everything behind and be completely focused on work. If you are now working at home, you're going to be distracted and you're going to have to intervene and do other things, especially if you don't have anyone in the home that can help you, or you and your partner are working. So you have to manage the expectations there of what is work going to look like. You cannot have the same level of expectations on work that you did when you were able to leave the home and not provide comfort and food and teaching to your children. The other thing I want you to do is to be honest about time commitment. It's so easy to fall into this all or nothing thinking and think, okay, especially Sunday night, I'm gonna be really productive, and you schedule out all the things these kids are supposed to do, all the things that you're going to do, and just honestly, it's not possible to get all of these things done. So I really think that it's probably a good idea to manage just not filling up every minute of every day with an activity. Come up with 2 big goals, and 2 for each, 2 for the kids, 2 for you and your partner, and then if you got those 2 things done, I think that's a good thing. Expectations need to be fluid and not rigid. So I mentioned this a little bit earlier. Stay away from all or nothing thinking. All or nothing thinking really leaves us in a space where we're disappointed. So let me explain all or nothing thinking for a little bit. All or nothing thinking is either gonna go 100% right, or it's gonna be a crap show. And really the reality is we live in the gray area. Like, there's not all good and all bad. But if we have all or nothing thinking, let's say something happens that throws us off schedule at 9 a.m. You can't throw the whole rest of the day in the garbage. It's always an opportunity to get back on track. So try to stay away from all or nothing thinking. And then the one of the most important things is to share your expectations of the day with everyone involved. So with your partner, with your children, share what you would like the day to look like, and then give them an opportunity to share what they think the day will look like. This will cut down on so much miscommunication, because even if 2 people who are well-meaning and want to have a productive day have 2 different visions, it's going to cause headache and frustration and confusion. So those are my suggestions on how to manage expectations. The second part of my video I want to talk about is how to talk to your children about all the changes. First, I want to say that you know your child the best, okay? You know how your child responds to news. You know how your child, whether they enjoy social interaction or not, whether you have an introvert or an extrovert. So you need to keep that in mind as you have these conversations. The first thing you can do is just lay down a foundation. We talked about Maslow hierarchy of needs, and the foundation that I want you to lay down with your child is there are so many changes. I acknowledge there's so many changes, but some things are going to remain the same. And those things could be bedtime routine, or your morning time routine, or how you spend time together as a family. It's important to keep up those traditions and those rituals and those practices, because that's going to help your child stay grounded and connected with you. The other thing I want to talk about is to let them know that they are safe to talk to you about all their feelings, and give them some space to say if they're sad. Don't immediately come in and say, oh, you don't have to be sad because. Like, give them space and let them know that it's okay to talk about their feelings. And this is going to look different depending on how old your child is. But giving them that space is important. And also know that you could talk about it for 30 minutes and they could come back and want to talk to you about it again the very next day. Especially with younger children, they return back to topics they don't quite understand. So being patient. So I have three things, 3 ways to formulate this conversation. First, you want to listen. Then you want to acknowledge. Then you want to comfort and problem solve, and think about ways that can make them feel better. You want to make sure that when you're thinking about ways to make them feel better, you include them. So I'm going to give you an example. Let's say my daughter, we'll call her Kay. She says, I really miss my friends and I'm worried that I won't be able to go to 3rd grade. And what I don't want to do is say, oh, don't worry about it. You'll see your friends over the summer. This will be over and you'll definitely be able to go to 3rd grade. Give me a hug. Like, that's not what we want to do. I want to listen to everything she has to say first, all of it. Then I want to acknowledge, it sounds like you're really sad, so repeat what they said to you. It sounds like you're really sad and you miss your friends, and that can be really hard. Mommy is dealing with a lot of changes too. Maybe mommy's sad that she can't see her friends, and so letting them know that you're not alone. And then say, what can we do to help you feel less sad? And then you can come up with things like maybe write a letter or do a Zoom call, but let them be part of the problem solving. Let them sit and be a part of finding the solution. 1, it helps them with their own problem solving skills. And 2, it gives them autonomy of their feelings. So that is my short video of managing expectations, of working from home and teaching your kids at home. And even like if you're a stay-at-home mom, just knowing that your kids aren't going anywhere. If they were in daycare, managing expectations is important. And then also how to have conversations with your child if your child is dealing with a lot of changes, and how to have those discussions. I'm really happy that you were able to tune in today. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. You can leave comments below. If you like the video, you can subscribe, and anytime I do a blog post, you'll be able to see. And you can also reach me on my website, which is cartertherapyllc.com, and you can reach out to me there, or you can reach out to me on my email, which is Brittany, Brittini, cartertherapy@gmail.com. Thank you.